Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, TransparentTradeSolutions.com on a Friday, first day of May. We've got markets at all-time highs. Just quick reminder, I am offering a free 15-day trial to those who want to hang out with me for 15 days. Just to give you, this morning, actually, let's get right into the markets. Give you some ideas here. We bought oil. We bought nat gas yesterday, just to give you some sense of what we're doing. We bought UNG calls this morning. I gave members that level in the oil market. Obviously, everybody has to take their own kind of risk in whether we're going to hold it over the weekend. Obviously, there's gap risk over the weekend. Speaking of which, so with regards to oil, incidentally, also oil went right to that gap that we had already also um, plotted out here. So that worked out very nicely. We've come down. I believe now, obviously, there's all kinds of uncertainty and risks with the straits and all that. The levels to look at, I think oil could be, obviously, if it breaks 100, that would be probably take you back down to 90 or whatever. So, and I could see maybe like we did here, maybe we go sideways here between 100 and 111. If we break above that, clearly that's going to have some major implications for negative implications for the stock market. The mega cap earnings all this week, it's been a mixed bag. Apple, in fact, Nvidia is down for the last 2 days. Apple is picking up the slack of some of these. Meta is down. So it is a mixed bag, but the fact that the majority of the mega caps absent, obviously Nvidia and Meta, which are the ones that are getting hit, and pretty much all of them are kind of, good. Alphabet is the big winner, but you can see that actually yesterday with all that happening, we had an all-time high in the S&P. It is coming off as oil is trying to move a little bit higher on the day. I think, you look back to where we broke out from and then see if it holds. If not, we're probably heading back down in here. Obviously, markets all-time highs, maybe a little extended, could get a pause. Shorting right now is still off the table until we get some kind of major reversal for the moment. Sentiment is getting a little frothy, but that doesn't mean anything. Momentum could carry this market. And similarly with the Nasdaq, I think at least you go back and test the breakout point, and then beyond that, we'll see next week. Now that all the mega caps are done, we'll still have to see what happens with oil and the war and all that going into next week. Um, Interestingly, the Dow was the only one that did not make uh, all-time highs, and it didn't quite get to the supply. It's also pulling back. So this is interesting. And then the Russell, another level that kind of held, and now we're at all-time highs. We'll see if it actually comes back up, makes another new high. This is going to be predicated on rates. Rates are kind of jumping again today. Not anything extreme. I think you got to watch rates here because the small caps will probably sell off if rates take out this high and go back up to the prior highs, which are going to be right along the 450, let's call it. We came up there again, and this is going to be a situation coming up next week. Dollar just kind of churning back and forth. Let's see if it can hold again at 98. The notable currency is still the yen. I also made mention, we've been watching this yen. One level to look at is this big supply zone in the yen going up. This is the dollar yen pair, which we're using as a kind of a benchmark for the futures. But looking at the monthly chart, big supply. By the way, if we do break above that, you're probably looking at $200 $200 dollar to yen. which in turn would obviously take the futures way, way down because that's the inverse of that. So that's something worth watching. We just talked about oil, nat gas coming off of pretty good support area 250. We'll see if that carries obviously over the weekend. And then on the grain markets, we've got soybeans trying to break above that $12 a bushel level, which is something of an interest here. You can see we're trying to break out above that. Under the surface, all kinds of stocks. Obviously we've a lot focused on options and stocks. Um, Nvidia trying to hold this 198 level. That's going to be an interesting situation next week. Apple at an all-time high. Oftentimes, what happens with these stocks is they make new highs and pull back, and so on and so forth. So I've got a lot of also another feature you may be interested in from long-term perspective. Just started this last week. We are running a investment portfolio for some of you that are interested in some long-term, you have a 401k, you like to buy stocks. Um, so that's a new feature we're doing every Friday. Um, and this is what today the portfolio is actually doing pretty well. This is the stocks in the portfolio. I review these. These are for long-term holds, 6 months, a year, more, even longer, that type of thing. So all in all, again, if you want to join me, this offer is going to expire on Tuesday. So it's free. I know it says that you're going to put your credit card in, but if you decide it's not for you after 14 days, you simply cancel and you don't get charged anything. So I know it's kind of a promotional thing, but uh, if you want to check it out, go ahead and hit that link below. If not, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Take care.